Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. Today on Inside Golf, a look at two events. One of them here at Commonwealth National. It's Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board's annual Travel Rally Day. And the other event will take us to Northeast Philadelphia, the Union League Golf at Torresdale, where Mike Quick, the Hall of Famer for the Eagles, is going to be holding his invitational. It's the Mike Quick Classic to benefit one of our partners, the First Tee program of Philadelphia. A lot of things going on this coming season with Valley Forge Tourism. We'll talk about it with Mike Bowman. He's the president and CEO. And of course, there's always a lot going on with the First Tee program of Philadelphia. It's all coming up next on Inside Golf. The 26th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit valleyforge.org. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man Magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.
Golf is the great equalizer. For many, this journey is an escape from reality, a chance to be part of a team, a career opportunity. PGA Reach impacts lives through golf by lifting people up, giving them hope, and sending them down an alternate path that they never saw coming. With PGA Reach Philadelphia, as in life and in golf, the most important shot you take is the next one.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. We're here at Commonwealth National for the annual Travel Rally Day, edition 2023. Mike Bowman is the president and CEO of Valley Forge Tourism Convention Board. I run into this guy all over the area, but on a day like that, you put a word in for yourselves for the great weather day for this annual event.
Doesn't get better than this, Harry. I mean, this is a perfect Montgomery County golf day. It is amazing at the beautiful Commonwealth Country Club.
And we're just one of how many golf courses in Montco?
50 golf courses in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania.
50 and growing. And in many ways, we'll get into that in a second. But first of all, give me a little definition. 30, 40 words or less. What is the Travel Rally for you folks?
So we celebrate when U.S. travel comes out for the entire country with the message, which this year is Travel Forward. We take the message for our country, and we have a huge celebration, a rally. We bring all of our partners, business owners together for this rally. We bring elected officials, and then we golf, because our golf is so amazing.
Right. You talk to your, peers around the country.
Yeah.
You get together,
Yeah.
talk about tourism, talk about golf. When they see Montgomery County from outside your bubble, what do they see, do you think?
When they see Montgomery County, now keep in mind there's a lot of Montgomery counties. I think there's 17 Montgomery
there's
counties.
only one Montgomery County.
But there's only one here, right? But they definitely see and hear what we talk about. And that's the best shopping in the United States with the King of Prussia model. That's the world-class Valley Forge Historic National Park. That's golf. That's 1,900 restaurants, microbreweries, a lot of space, a lot of freedom, a lot of things to do. There's much to do in Montgomery County.
Well, today on the Travel Rally Day, you've got hot air balloons, you got banners
Airplanes
flying in the sky from airplanes.
Yeah.
You got a lot of pretty tough golf course. Huh? I mean, maybe Mike Bowman can handle Commonwealth National.
Mike Bowman's going to struggle today, Commonwealth National, but this is a hidden gem. And you've played it, Harry. You
I
know the
have.
show.
In fact-
Why don't you tell the listeners about this course?
Well,
what you told
first of
them?
all, it's a typical golf course,
Yeah.
which is fine. Everybody wants to be challenged. But where we are standing right now, on this little balcony overlooking a hole here, I don't want it opened, but it was designed by the great Arnold
Palmer.
Palmer.
Yeah.
I actually sat for 2.5 hours and had lunch
Yeah.
with AP right here, overlooking what he had created.
Think
And
about
it's
that.
one of the greatest days of my life. So that's my little history of Commonwealth.
Well, that's
National.
part of the hidden gems of golf. You walked in here, and the first thing you said to me was, I had lunch out here with Arnold Palmer. And I lit up. That's a gem. That's what golf does to you. It's
Right.
the magic. You got to love it.
Everybody should have the chance to come out here and play. Maybe look to 2024 and the Travel Rally Day with
Absolutely.
Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Mike, always a pleasure.
Always good to see you, Harry. Thanks
All
for
right.
everything.
All right,
Great
thank
seeing
you, and thanks
Thank
for what you do
Thank you.
for Inside Golf. This is Joanna Pascal, and Joanna is here today to talk about specifically a little jazz music, a little entertainment coming up later in the year. Tell us about it, Joanna.
We are very excited to be presenting a Women in Jazz Fest September 20th to the 24th. It's going to take place over the entire county, and we're really excited to bring women and this music to.
So you're getting ready in September. It's going to move around a little bit throughout Montgomery County.
Yeah, different venues are going to be participating. The King of Prussia Mall, Rivets in Pottstown, the Elmwood Zoo in Norristown, the Berman Museum. So we're still, finalizing everything now, but it's going to be amazing.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for what you do to entertain the folks here in Montgomery County, and we wish you all the best in September.
Stars of the show, the American Revolutionary Show performers. Come on in, folks.
All right, we're going to continue with some of the entertainment that is here today, because it's going to be on stage or maybe on a table. In this case, later on in the year, we're talking to Miriam Bloom. And Miriam, tell us about the American Revolution history in 50 minutes, of which you have a major role.
Yes, all of us actually have a major role. This is a cast of 7 actors who do the story of the American Revolution in 50 minutes, as it says, all on this tiny little table that's about the size of a door. And we will be at Valley Forge in May and June, May 27th and June 10th. We are sponsored by the Valley Forge Tourism Board. And so we are able to do this show for free for anyone who wants to come. And it is a very historic show. It is family friendly, and it is also very goofy. So if you want to learn history and laugh at the same time, come see us. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, sort of let your hair down a little bit. This isn't the first year that something like this has gone on in conjunction with Valley Forge Tourism, right?
No, it's not. This is the second year that we have worked with Valley Forge.
You've got a lot of enthusiasm.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love this show. It is probably my favorite show to do.
All right, come on out and see Miriam Bloom and 6 others perform the American Revolution history in 50 minutes. Mark McCouch is the president of the Horsham Township Council. Congratulations, you were elected to that position. You're one of 5 members of the council. You've been involved for a long time. We won't go in. 20 years? Well, you just said it then. Mark, how does Horsham Township, and thereby you, benefit from having a group like Valley Forge Tourism?
Well, so it's pretty simple. The Valley Forge Tourism promotes, tourism, promotes business, and brings that, to the region, and Horsham's included in that region. Our mantra here in Horsham is, we're community connected. We're connected with business. We're connected with, our residents. So we're connected with Montgomery County as well. So together, we can connect and make this a great place to live, work, and play, which is basically what the tourism does. It brings people here to live, work, and play. So it's good for both of us. We just want to grow Horsham, make it a great place to live, work, and play.
Well, let me tell you, before we let you go, we got to get Ken Sellinger to zoom in on your tie, okay? Horsham, Pennsylvania, in case you didn't know where we were, Mark McCouch is letting us know. That's a great tie, huh?
Wonderful, isn't it?
How often did you wear that thing?
Well, today's the first day. They just gave it to me today, so we're just starting them up, and I hope we can start to wear these all the time and again, it's about promotion, you know, and anything we can do to promote the township and promote Montgomery County, it's great for everybody.
It's great. Horsham Township, Horsham, Pennsylvania. Mark McCouch, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Montgomery County, a great place to live.
All right, stay with us. Coming up next here on Inside Golf, we're going to move a little bit from Commonwealth to here at the Union League Golf Club at Tarsdale. It's the Mike Quick Classic that benefits the Philadelphia First Tee program. We'll be back here at Tarsdale when Inside Golf continues in a moment.
The Golf Association of Philadelphia. Founded in 1897, GAP is the nation's oldest regional or state golf association. We serve amateur golf in Eastern PA, Southern New Jersey, and all of Delaware. GAP welcomes all golfers, junior or senior, male or female, public or private. Join the Golf Association of Philadelphia today. Our mission is always to preserve, protect, and promote the great game of golf. Before you tee it up, look us up. Visit gapgolf.org to find out more.
For over 2 decades, First Tee has created experiences that build character. We believe every kid deserves to feel supported, safe to try something new, and to be prepared for what comes next. We develop their swing, but more importantly, their inner strength. Because we know what's inside doesn't just count, it changes the game. Come join us at First Tee.
Welcome back. Inside Golf now continues. We have moved from Montgomery County to Northeast Philadelphia, from Commonwealth here to the Union League Golf Club at Tarsdale for the annual Mike Quick Classic to benefit the First Tee program. And joining us, Bill Heidman, no stranger to Inside Golf. He is the Executive Director, CEO, titles keep coming for this guy, of the First Tee, and the President is Mike Brown. We always love to talk to Mike Brown. We love to talk both of you guys. How many years now?
It's our 8th year with the Mike Quick Celebrity Invitational.
8 years. Boy, time flies. You're having a great one again here at Tarsdale. Probably maybe one of the toughest golf courses in the area. You know how to pick them.
We do, but we've got great partners with the Union League. So Union League's our host, helps us to maximize our fundraising and help us generate funds for our capital investment. Next door, John F. Byrne Golf Club, which we wouldn't be running if it wasn't for the Union League.
Speaking of John F. Byrne, I know what has happened over there. We've shown our viewers some of the things, the improvements in the golf course. Everybody has pitched in. And Mike, you probably are leading the way as well as anybody with what's going on, not only there, but at your home course, Walnut Lane in Roxborough.
Well, I think what we talked about when we first redid it was America's largest outdoor classroom. And last year we played over 7,000 rounds for the kids. Out of that group, we now have our Caddy Academy. A young man caddied at Huntington Valley yesterday, made his first $75, and he's like, I made $75.
Cash,
carrying one bag. One of the cool things about Mike, he gets different guys that come every year. This year, Brad Lidge is here, which is really cool. Mickey Morandini, a bunch of the Phillies. So Mike, I don't know how he does it. I give him a lot of credit. He's asking friends to come and spend their day, but it's really neat to watch 2 kids caddy in every group.
How many kids are involved now in the First Tee of Philadelphia?
Well, first of all, we have 52 kids today, and when we started 8 years ago, we couldn't come up with 15
for caddies.
So we now have 41,000 kids in our programs. We are at 105 schools. We have 21 program locations. We've got a very big area: Philadelphia, Bucks, Montco, Delco, Chester, and then Burlington, Gloucester, and Camden County. So it's a big area, 21 locations, but we want anybody in the Philadelphia DMA to be able to have a First Tee site that's close by their house.
Things are really going right for you guys, and you got something new to share with our viewers about something that may be on the building block.
We're hoping that we looked at a place down in Philadelphia. It was a driving range. It's been there forever. I remember some of the old lawyers used to come out there and hit balls in their lunchtime, and we looked into it after the city had reached out, and we're hoping that by June 1st we'll be operating another center down in at 33rd and Diamond.
Wow, how about that? So things are growing with the First Tee of Philly.
They are, and it's a great opportunity for us. We just want to be able to impact more kids, especially kids of diversity, kids coming from places and backgrounds where they wouldn't normally play golf, and the successful fundraising that we do allows us to impact more kids, and more kids we impact makes the community a better place, and it resonates with our supporters.
I'll tell you, I'm glad all the support you give us too. I know with the people that watch, I get these notes all the time. Oh my God, it's so great to hear what you guys are doing and getting the word out. our supporters appreciate that.
Well, if I can get $75 a loop, maybe I'll quit my day job and come out here and caddy at the Mike Quick Classic.
Be able to pass the test.
Well, it's worth trying.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. Probably recognize this guy. Brad Lives, ladies and gentlemen. You play much golf now, Brad? What are you up to?
Yeah, I actually do. Try and get out whenever I can. I do MLB Network Radio on Sirius XM as well. But try and get out as much as I can and try and come back here and get out. That's like, the best of both worlds.
Did you enjoy the World Series last year, or at least up until a certain point?
Yeah, absolutely. The run the Phillies made at the end of the season and through the postseason reminded me a lot of what we were able to accomplish in the years I was here. And so close, and hopefully this year, it's starting to smooth out now. Bryce is back, and the team. I feel very confident they're going to be in the postseason one way or another. So it should be another real fun run.
One more baseball question before we wrap it up with you. The 20-second time, it's allotted for you guys to get off a pitch. Yes or no?
I wouldn't love doing it as a closer, but I love watching it. It makes the games fly by and. Makes everyone have to pay attention, and I think probably to a man, just about everybody, players, staff, whatever, fans, I think everybody's enjoying it. I think it's a great change for MLB.
And how's your group? Are you carrying them or vice versa today?
They're carrying me today for sure. These guys are fantastic. They've been doing awesome, and we actually had a great front, so we'll be in the mix a little bit.
One of the caddies here today at Tarsdale, Maria Ramos. She golfs, she caddies. Boy, you got it all going on, huh? What's the biggest benefit of being somebody like yourself and being involved with the First Tee program of Philadelphia?
I think just the connections that I'm able to make are beyond this world. I've been able to have numerous opportunities to travel and play golf in places like Louisiana, California through the First Tee, and these are all opportunities that I otherwise just would not have.
And someday you'll be making those same contributions, I'm sure, to future members of the First Tee program.
Yes, definitely. I plan to give back. Here I'm volunteering in the future, donations. Maybe I'll come back as a celebrity guest.
Hey, you never know. Best of luck to you, Maria. Well, without Mike Quick, we wouldn't be playing golf here at Tarsdale today. Michael, 8 years now you've had your name attached to this classic, huh? Yeah. Something must be going right for you and the First Tee because it's one heck of an event.
Harry, it's been really good. The Union League, they've been great to us. That partnership, along with a lot of the sponsors that we see each and every year, they understand our mission and what we're trying to do with these kids that we serve, and everybody's on board. It's been so good.
You've contributed a lot to other events, and now this is your own baby, huh?
Well, it's kind of a reciprocal deal. Jaworski has his, Westbrook has his thing. Everybody has their own thing that they do, and we kind of try and help one another. And it's worked out really well. You mentioned it, it's 8 years now, and every year we have a great list of celebrities to come out and pair up with the companies who put their money, their time into what we're doing, and couldn't ask for a better day than what we're having today.
Welcome back. Inside Golf continues now with our tee-off panel. We're on the back deck at Lulu Country Club. And if you want more information about this great venue, you can go to lulucc.com. Speaking of Lulu, their ambassador who joins us anytime we talk golf here on Inside Golf, it seems, is Mr. Jim Sullivan.
Thanks for having me, Harry.
Good to see you. I love that little shield, that Lulu.
They've done well with the logo.
I know
who's the designer, but they've improved it over these 5 or 6 years.
Now they're calling it just the Lou, right? I mean, does somebody
I don't know who they
do you
are,
have the patent to that or what? Joe Logan, he plays here a lot, don't you, Joe?
I do.
You do. And everywhere else somebody calls him and invites him. Joe from myphillygolf.com. And this gentleman here from the First Tee of Philadelphia, where he's the president, he's like nationally recognized. The First Tee program here and also your leadership is Mr. Mike Brown.
Thanks, Harry.
Good to see you. We have a couple guys here, not me and not Joe, who played in the Philadelphia Amateur a few times. We have one distinguished member of our panel who actually won the event. That would be Jim Sullivan. So, Philly Am coming up in, a few weeks at 2 locations. Look-aways involved in the rotation, but the final 36 holes championship match will be played at Huntington Valley. And Sully, first, congratulations again. Your win came in what year?
Last century.
Last century. That's
Long time ago, Harry. Long time ago.
Okay. In the 90s?
1999.
1999. And it was won at a very iconic golf course, Gulf Mills.
Great spot. Yep.
And who did you beat?
Aaron Friedman.
And where did the match end? What hole?
A few holes early, I think 15, so I think 4 and 3 in a 36-hole match. We had a good match. I got up fairly well and then lost, I think, the last 3 holes of the morning round to get back to maybe 1 up. And kind of that was a good break, you know, as momentum is gone away from me. So we had lunch and sort of regrouped, and I won a few of the early holes in the afternoon to kind of get back control and stayed in that 3, 4, 5 up range the rest of the way, I think.
That's interesting. Is it sort of like, you know, we've seen him when you just go out and play a match against anybody on a weekly basis or whatever, where the front 9 is totally different than the back 9 and vice versa.
It's absolutely momentum. Yeah, absolutely momentum, and I was happy for that lunch break.
You've played. How
played.
far did you go, and what year and where?
I made it to the 8s in 1985, long time ago, Harry. We're coming close.
You're back in Sully's era.
Right?
Yes.
Coming up on 40 years. And then in 1991, I lost to Dave Brookerson in the semifinals at Old York Road. It was my home club. I had success there. Brookie was a great player for many years, but we talked about in another segment about slow play. After he got the tee box, he slowed it down.
Did he?
He dropped anchor on me. And as I said before, I like to move.
Well, how did that affect you?
It impacted me severely, and he knew.
Really?
And he didn't talk to me either, because as I said before, I like to talk and I like to move, and he didn't talk and he didn't move. So
2 Temple guys.
Two Temple guys. Yep. So he got me, but he was a great player, and then he ended up beating Rob Savarese.
Rob Savarese from Philly Cricket.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a former Temple guy
And
as well.
another Temple guy. How about those Temple?
Those owls are everywhere, aren't they, Sully?
Sure are. Absolutely.
You've covered a million
of them, yeah.
of Philadelphia amateurs. What are some of the best memories you have of Philly Am competition?
I remember walking pretty much every hole with Jim at Gulf Mills. I remember that match quite well.
And neither of you had facial hair then, I bet.
The amateur has always been, both the local amateur and the U.S. amateur, is my favorite event. After the British Open, the Masters, the amateur. And the reason is, they're all good stories to tell. You go to a typical PGA Tour event, these guys have been interviewed 1 million times. There's nothing you can ask them they haven't answered. You go to an amateur, and you got guys who've never been interviewed at all, and many of them have great backstories to tell.
Right. Speaking of Huntington Valley, it's interesting that it's going back to Huntington Valley this year. I don't know how many times it's been played there, but some great players. We talked about Brookie, Bill Hyman, who's a legend, maybe arguably one of the top 2 or 3 amateur players ever in the United States. And he won over the course, I think, of 4 decades, didn't he? A Philadelphia Amateur Championship?
Yeah, I don't know it. I could look it up
like
pretty
40,
easy.
50,
I think he won
60,
club
70s.
championships. Club championships over 7 decades.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
30s through the 90s.
Do you have any Bill Hyman recollections when you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean, he was great with me. Now, not Philly Am recollections.
No,
I
but just
missed
being
out a
around
little
them.
bit. But he was incredible with those of us that were kids in our teens, and he was in his late 70s and early 80s. He would play with us anytime we asked. We'd go out and play 9 holes. I probably had the chance to play 9 holes with him 40 times over the last 5 years he played golf, you know, something like that. And I never beat him one time. We played for a can of Coke, and I never beat him once.
How about that? You were buying a lot of sodas in those days. Huh?
Yeah.
How about, what is your, aside from, you know, going into the semifinals that one year, any other particular memories?
I remember going to watch people play in the finals, and it was always, you know, there were 300 guys, and you look around, it'd be guys like us and Oscar and the Thompsons, and everybody be around, and you would see sides. And my teammate in 1981 beat Blaze DeRosa, who was a 4-time runner-up, which is hard to believe in 5 years. But Gary hit this shot out of the bunker on 18, ended up winning 2 up, and I'm like, that was an unbelievable shot.
Gary Harden?
Gary Dietzkrieg.
Oh, Gary Dietzkrieg.
Another Temple Owl.
There we go.
Another Temple Owl.
How about
but
that?
you remember a shot, and I'm like, I didn't think I could get over the lip. Next thing you know, he hits it in there 12 feet. So that's a shot, you know, I'll never forget. And there were 300 people walking with them, which was great.
Funny things happen, don't they, on that golf course? You never know. Talk about it ain't over till it's over.
Oh, yeah.
That's more than just Yogi Berra talking about baseball. Gentlemen, thank you. We'll be back. More of Inside Golf in just a moment. Designed by Donald Ross, Lulu Country Club is one of the premier private golf courses in Montgomery County. This classic 18-hole course boasts a new state-of-the-art clubhouse with many amenities for members to enjoy. Members are invited to play in events, tournaments, and enjoy guest privileges. For more information, contact membership at lulucc.com. That's it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Hope you enjoyed our little glimpse at Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board's annual golf outing and the start of the travel rally from Montco as we went to Commonwealth. Mike Bowman and his staff, thank you for letting us show people what you do to help promote tourism in Montgomery County and golf. And here at the Union League Golf Club at Torresdale, our thanks to the First Tee program of Philadelphia and especially Mike Quick hosting his annual classic to benefit the First Tee. I'm Harry Donahue. See you next week here on Inside Golf. The 26th season of Inside Golf is presented by Destination Montco Golf. Your next golf getaway is in Valley Forge in Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Visit valleyforge.org. By the First Tee Greater Philadelphia. The First Tee not only helps young men and women become better golfers, but most important, better people. Get involved. Visit firstteephiladelphia.org. By the Philadelphia Association of Golf Course Superintendents, a community of professionals enhancing the game of golf since 1925. Make sure you thank your golf course superintendent today. By the Golf Association of Philadelphia, GAP, celebrating amateur golf since 1897. By Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, a digital publication and private business network. Read the current issue free at jerseymanmagazine.com. By the Haverford Trust Company. For life's must-haves, there's Haverford. And by Inside Golf's partner since 1998, the Philadelphia PGA Section, the experts in the game and business of golf.